here. It's starting to look pretty good. We just need to go mining though. So today is going to be resource grinding day, you know. Here we're going to be grinding for some resources. I'll make sure this is real quick. Looks like it's working. Alright, we're here. Maybe adjust that a little bit. Alright, that's me. So, here we go. It's been a while since I did my last micro stream, but we're going to continue these series. Sleep real quick. Two diamonds. It's a pretty good amount. We'll figure out the final designs for these towers and stuff soon, but right now we need to get enough materials to even be able to do anything with it. Includes fixing that. It's starting to look cool, I think. I think it looks pretty cool. Eat this apple just to get out of my inventory. We only have one of them, so no point in saving it. Should drop it off if I wanted to keep it. I guess I didn't really care about it that much, which is fine. Coal over here, which surprisingly I don't need at the moment. So we do know where to come if we ever need iron. Alright, we need to get cobblestone, so should I really be going this deep to a cave for cobblestone? No. I don't know, but I'm gonna be going this deep anyways. We'll see what we can get here. Mining cobblestone. Gonna need armor, it looks like, so maybe I should mine up some of that iron. I mean, I guess we just keep mining some cobblestone, huh? Alright. Cobblestone. You're coming with me. There is nothing over here. Okay. There's some zombies. You know, I haven't messed around with the copper, but I'm pretty sure it's out now, so it might be something I look into pretty soon. Messing with some of those new features that I haven't really touched. I'm not sure exactly what it does, except for I think you can do armor and stuff. I don't know how you make the copper golems. I'm kind of curious to see how those work. I don't know how I would utilize them yet, but I'm sure I could find out a way. Maybe just that's what I do after like mining trips and stuff. I have all my chests set up. I could just dump all the stuff that I don't need that I got from the mining trip, huh? Alright, so this leads to a cave system, which I do not want to be in. That looks like a cave system you get lost in, rather than a cave system where you mine cobblestone in, you know. I'm pretty sure I can get out of here pretty fast. If I go down there, start exploring through there, that's how you get lost. So right now, I just have to go over here. Ow. Don't have any boots or anything, so I really should get some of those. Here's where I was mining last time. Speaking of copper, there's some copper finally. Not gonna pick it up right now, but you know, there it is. I think part of the reason I haven't really messed with copper is because I don't usually mess with bees too much. Occasionally I'll get some bees, but if I'm not already messing with bees, I don't really want to mess with copper. I guess it would be kind of cool to build monuments and stuff, and then you see them over time. And slowly turn green. Polish it every now and then. I guess that could be kind of cool, but I just haven't messed with it yet. Usually that's because there's other things I like to focus on and try to build before I start building monuments and stuff. And that's like, you know, I want to focus on building up the main part of the city first before I start building statues and other stuff. I want to build the houses, I want to get the villagers in. I think there's water over here actually. There's lapis right there. It's like, man, there's some things I collect too that I just don't end up doing anything with. You know, because they're kind of fun to have, but it's not really something I know what to do with yet. It's like slime blocks are one of the things I'm thinking of, like slime. I just collect the slime balls. I always make a few slime blocks. I just don't do anything with the slime blocks. Cobwebs too. I always think, you know, I can make some cool designs and stuff with cobwebs, but I never end up putting the cobwebs on anything. I always keep them for a later date. They're kind of one of those projects that I just don't get around to. Whereas, like, the housing and stuff, that's the first thing I get around to. Even in worlds that I've had for a lot longer time than this. This world hasn't been around for that long. Especially not compared to other worlds. This world is still kind of in its infancy. I guess if you go back on the channel in time, you can see the older world, but I didn't really make too many videos on it. I didn't update Aquatic Vidian. I think that's one of the last ones that I posted because currently my old worlds are just completely destroyed by the updates. Like, I literally can't find my land. I don't know, everything's changed. The world generation changed. It destroyed all of the biomes I've already generated. I don't know why they did that. Don't know why they did that, but yeah, I can't even get on the worlds, or if I mean I can get on the worlds, but if I convert them over, I can't keep any of the stuff that I actually had on the world, so it kind of destroys the whole world in that sense. Or I keep very random items. Now, it might be because I haven't gone on the world in a long time, but I don't know why that would affect the entire, you know, layout of the world. I had a lot of things going on there. I even had a mob jail. I had a mob jail, I had a castle, I had a house. We had some railway networks, and no, that's all kind of just gone. really is quite unfortunate. It's like, that kind of sucks. This was a really cool world that, I guess, in its final days, where right before they switched over to Bedrock Edition for Council, not Cubs manager, folks, consoles, I mean. So this world is kind of in its infancy, especially when you compare it to those older worlds that I had, going for, I'm not quite sure how many years, but I would say at least 5, probably. Probably had at least 5 years on that world that's just gone. And I didn't play for 5 years straight, you know, it's kind of, sometimes you come back after a while of not playing it, but it was a world that was really pretty far into. But, you know, I started playing when I was younger, so I was kind of scared to go out and adventure a little bit, which kind of changed as time went on. You know, I ventured a little bit farther out, just made sure I knew how to get back to my house. Killed the Ender Dragon in that world, which took me, I mean, I guess I could look at the achievements, but that wasn't my first world, but it was the world I definitely spent the most time on. First worlds I played were on the 360, Xbox 360. And I remember Iron, I think it was, thinking I found gold in a cave. I think I used a wooden pickaxe to break it though, so I got nothing. I didn't know what fool's gold was, so I just called it that, honestly, at the time. I do remember that. And that was probably in like 2013, maybe 2014. Which is a while ago now. A lot of things have changed since then. Let's see. Alright, well, we got a few more stacks we can get. Just collecting materials. I may have to collect materials on the surface too, in terms of wood, which is a little bit harder to get. It's a little bit harder to get just because trees kind of generate randomly, and if we're going for oak wood, which I am going for, the trees grow quite unpredictably. So, I don't know why it says there's 11 people. But, the trees grow quite unpredictably, so when you try to get the branches and stuff, it kind of branches out, kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward to mine. Alright, let's see. We got about another stack and a half to get. See, I almost want to go deeper into the caves whenever I'm in a cave, but right now our goal is to get cobblestone, so I could just make a cobblestone generator, but that's not as fun, honestly. I think it's a lot more fun to actually go into the cave, maybe uncover a few ores and stuff, and have a pickaxe break on you. Get that. Alright, well, we're almost done with the mining here. 57, 58. There we go, 64. Alright, time to head back. Now, I don't know if I should go mining here or if I should start going for trees. I think I'll probably, can't say for sure, but I'll probably go back down to the mines. I do want to craft some armor, though. Since the durability on ours is quite low. I forgot, I can't get that. I think there's a way to just run out. Yeah, that side. I think that's a bug, I'm not sure. Alright, let's get over here. Let's drop off some of the building materials. This is what I mean with the oak wood. Like, you try to mine it, see, it kind of branches off like that. Kind of a hard wood to gather in large quantities. Which, you know, in future projects, I think I might switch over to wood that is more predictable. Probably not jungle wood. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Though it's okay in some uses. Not acacia, but I think we might switch over to either. If we can get a hold of some dark oak, we could switch over to that. Or we could switch over, actually I think I have cobblestone over here. No, this is dirt. Yeah, that's dirt. I don't have a dedicated cobblestone chest, do I? Alright. Where is a chest? There we go. You know, I think I'll make the cobblestone chest right here. I'm gonna put some cobblestone in there. We'll put the walls in there too. And these helmets, I definitely don't need the helmets. So I'm just gonna put them back in my house. Don't need the zombie flesh. If we do have to kill zombies, that's fine. But I don't think I'll keep their loot if we kill them, because we don't need that. We need to get some more iron. Let's take half a stack. I need to craft some boots too. There we go. Oh. This stuff's about to break. Let's see if I can get a quick enchantment on these boots. I would like feather falling. Even level 1. feather falling has to be one of the best enchantments. We'll just do regular protection. Alright, that's fine. Because even at a low level, it seems to really reduce the amount of damage you take. Like, I've fallen off here a lot of times, and I only take like 2 or 3 hearts because, you know, my boots had feather falling. Now they don't have feather falling, so I'll probably take a few more hearts, but you know, at least we have boots now. Alright, lapis can go back in there. Again, with wood, I probably don't even need that much wood. What I will need is probably 5 of those. I'll go around this way. I don't want to go all the way around the castle just to get into these mines. And let's move that there. Move the crafting table into the inventory too. Or not the inventory, the hotbar. From the inventory into the hotbar. Anyways, let's go down into these mines again. And a fun thing I could do, well, it's not really fun, it is just like a fun little trick you can do if you only want a certain item. It's simple, but, you know, sometimes you don't think of it. I have forgotten to do this a lot of times, but you just fill up your inventory like that. And the only things you'll be able to get now are, well, I guess I get bread and steak if anything drops that, but nothing in the mine should drop that. But now I can only get cobblestone there, so nice little trick. Back to mining. Now, usually mining's pretty fun, but that's usually only when I'm exploring caves and stuff. Mining for cobblestone like this, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but it's what you gotta do. It's more fun than sitting at a cobblestone generator. And, you know, yeah, the added benefit of uncovering some ores and other things. Here we go. Let's see. Gotta be close to a stack now. Probably a little bit over, I would say, after this, but I didn't count, so yeah, almost 2 stacks. Alright, cool. Right, keep mining here. Why we keep some of this, but we definitely don't need as much wood as I have. Because I have a lot of wood here. I do not need all the wood here. Oh, look, gold. I don't know how deep we are, but usually I don't find gold anywhere except deep slate, or, you know, if it's a mesa biome, I find it everywhere then. Including, I think, above levels that it usually generates in, because I think gold's what, 35 and below or something. And in the mesa, you can find it on the sides of mountains, so I think they change, I don't know how they do it, but they did change how it generates in that biome. Alright, I think we mine out all of this. I didn't count how many blocks this was, but we're going to try to see if we can do this first try just by guessing. And there's some gravel that's in the way already. We will not be collecting any of the gravel. You know, it does appear we do have people, but I can't quite tell. Because sometimes it does a weird glitch. But anyways, hello to anyone in the chat. Hey. We're gonna keep mining here. Yeah, so this is why I was going one layer at a time. And in some sense, it is cool to have all these new blocks, but you know, when we're trying to do a task like this, obviously, it does get in the way of having all these blocks. Gravel, I will say, though, has been here forever, so not that. But as you can see, like over here, they ran into, I think that's what, andesite. That's not normally something I would run into on my old world. And I will say I haven't really used those blocks as much as I probably could. Some of the new blocks are pretty cool, and I've been kind of experimenting with building with them. One of my favorite new blocks, I already like stone bricks and stuff because I always thought those looked cool. A little bit hard to get. Not like hard, just, you know, you have to mine it, and then you have to put it in the furnace, and then you have to craft it into stone bricks, which, it's not that hard. It's just, you know, you gotta use coal to do that, or whatever energy source. Lava has been a favorite energy source, because, you know, just put it in there, melts a stack, melts a little bit more if you remember to take it out, and it's easy to get a lot of it. Surprisingly, kelp's a pretty good fuel source too. So if you want to keep replenishing it, it does take quite a bit of kelp to get more of the dried kelp blocks. Takes, you get like 2.5 blocks worth of kelp, I think, for every block of kelp. So, however, I will say it is quite easy to get large amounts of kelp if you are by an ocean. It grows pretty fast, and all you really have to do is hit it from the bottom to get all that. So we're almost one row full. I might need another pickaxe or two, looks like. So replenishing that, pretty easy. does take a lot of kelp, and you know, you have to have inventory space, which I am usually pretty bad at getting a lot of inventory space. Even now on this mining trip, it definitely wasn't inventory space optimized. Ew, andesite. I'm trying to get cobblestone here. We're gonna throw you, just go up there with the gravel. Alright, we'll do that. So again, now we can't fill it with andesite accidentally. I didn't even know I broke an andesite block. Maybe I did. I was too busy telling my stories here of fuel types. But anyways, yes, it's a little bit of a process to get stone bricks. That's where I was going with all this. So you have to mine it, and then you have to smelt it, and then you have to craft it. But anyways, those look cool, but what I've been experimenting a lot with recently, and I have come to like quite a bit, actually, is tough. You know, at first I saw tough, I didn't think much of it, didn't really like it, I will say. Definitely was not my favorite block. I just kind of passed it by. I was like, I don't want this block. Alright, let's move past it. You know, I started to pick it up, and I was like, okay, well, let's just look at it a little bit. Just looked at it a little bit. I'm like, yeah, it looks alright. But I can't see what I'd use it for. Then I have one of those cutter things. I don't know what they're called actually, but they have like a saw blade, it looks like, coming out the middle, and you can put your blocks in there. Save a few resources if you're building stairs. Is that a stone cutter? I think it's just called a stone cutter or something like that. And it froze for a second. Alright. I think that's called a stone cutter. So I have the stone cutter. You know, I was throwing blocks into it just to see, okay, what type of blocks can I make? And I throw tough in there, and I see these things, the tough bricks. So tough bricks, like, looks kind of weird. Well, let me, you know, make some of those. Because I already like stone bricks. Alright, let's see how tough bricks look. Well, it turns out the tough bricks look kind of cool. So I'm like, okay, these look kind of cool. But, you know, I don't really have a lot of tough. You know, it does look cool too, is if you go down. I actually think the deep slate here looks pretty cool, but it takes a while to mine. So I'm not really up to mining that right now. But tough doesn't take long, and at least not as long as the deep slate takes to mine. So let's get this, hold on, let's put that there. Yeah, there. Anyways, there you go, and I go out mining for it just to see how it would go. Mine's easy enough, and the blocks actually look pretty cool. But you know, so since I started using tough, I didn't just use tough, I started to use the other, you know, well, not just tough bricks, I mean, I started to use the other types of tough. Like the, what's it called? Chisel tough. Chisel tough looks pretty cool. At least has a complementary piece every now and then. Build every few blocks, you know, we mine some tough. You know, we put in the tough, chisel tough. or just regular tough bricks. Those look cool too. Ah, jeez. He was low health, huh? Jump scare. Okay, I will give up an inventory slot for an ender pearl. I think that's a fair trade. I was gonna be put up a little more of a fight than that, but he's kind of died. Anyways, using tough kind of opened me up to using a few more of the blocks and stuff. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a good builder, but it does make it a little bit nicer, I think, if you do add some different blocks here and there in your builds. For about a row and a half, I think. We can get up to basically 2 full rows here. At least pretty close to that. I'm sure there's some people maybe watching. I really doubt it's 37 though. And sometimes, I think it's just a weird, I don't know where the glitch comes from or what it comes from. But I have noticed it at times where the numbers go up like that. I don't know why it does that, so I really couldn't tell you. But anyways, yeah, see, it still says 40 people watching even when I try to refresh it, so usually this means there's like 2 people watching, so still hello. And like this, see slime, I was saying this a little bit ago, but that's one of the blocks that I always try to collect because it's cool, and it seems like I would do something with them. It's just I never get around to doing stuff with them, which is why we'll pick it up anyways. We're not going to stop that habit here, so we're going to keep picking that up anyways, because one day we'll probably do something with him. One day we'll do something with slime blocks, just like cobwebs I'll also do something with. I actually don't know if I have cobwebs on this world. I don't think I do. I might have been in a mine shaft before. Was there a mine shaft? I can't remember. Can't remember if I've been in a mine shaft in this world or if it was another world. Because, I've definitely been on mine shafts and in mine shafts, and mine shafts are a good place to find a lot of like exposed resources, exposed diamonds. Sometimes I'll find them in the chest, but a lot of times it's not really the loot I find in the chest, but more so you know, I follow the trail and there's diamonds on the roof. It's a nice thing, you know, you look up, you see some diamonds, you get excited. I actually haven't gotten that excited for diamonds in a while. Which, you know, I used to always get excited when I found diamonds. Now, not as much anymore. It's still cool to find diamonds, but just not something I've been really excited about. I do wonder how a copper pickaxe performs, though. I don't think it's better than iron, so I don't really have a point in making it. I hear it is better than stone, I think, in terms of durability. But I don't know if it mines faster or anything than stone. And I mean, I have the iron. I've exposed a lot of iron, actually. Let's see, I brought 5 pickaxes here. How much iron do we have exposed? 1, 2, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Iron over here, nope. But we have 23 blocks of exposed iron ore and 3 gold, which is also cool. So 23 blocks of exposed iron ore, and we brought 5 pickaxes down, which means even using the iron, if I was collecting the iron, this would have been a profitable run. So there really is no need to even think about using a copper pickaxe, especially if it's slower. If it mines at the same speed as iron, now that's a different story. There's not a ton of uses for copper. I guess there's a few more now that they added. I haven't looked into all of them. I usually use it for lightning rods and a spyglass. But, you know, you only need 1 spyglass. Sometimes you make a backup, but then I just throw the rest in a chest. And it kind of just sits there. Because I haven't, as I said earlier, I haven't really gotten around to monument building or anything yet. I was pretty close to on my other world. Again, that world lasted like 5 years, and you know, now it's just completely, all my buildings and stuff at least are completely destroyed by updates, which really, really sucks. It's probably because I didn't go on it between like 5 updates probably, and try to see how it works with the new stuff, but it really, really sucks to lose that. I wonder if I could go back to the old version of Minecraft, because there is an option to do that, only for certain versions. So my other Minecraft disc, which had the ability to do that, is kind of destroyed now. So I'd have to get an older version like that. Inventory. This is about to break actually, so there we go. Break the pickaxe and use it as the last inventory slot here. Ow. Alright, there we go. Kind of want to keep one as a pet sometime, but you know. I think if you try to keep them in your house, you can't sleep, so. They should add a way to tame slimes, like baby slimes. They don't have to do anything. They just look, you know, be a fun little pet to have. There's a ocelot. Can you even tame them anymore? I'm not even sure if you can tame a I can give him fish still, but I don't know what it does. Can you tame an ocelot anymore? That is the question. Let's fill this chest up, and I guess we can build a double chest. That was an achievement, and I think I got that achievement already. I think. I wouldn't get it right now because of the wall anyway, so even if I filled it. But if I did that, I'm pretty sure I already have the achievement. But if I don't, I could always just fill that just to make sure. Alright, now it's time to switch gears, and well, I'll be doing the same thing, but with trees now. It's such a good horse, too. Go to sleep real quick. Alright. Trees. Do you want to grow back anytime soon? I prefer this type of tree just because all the wood's easy to get. Even though it is less than the amount of wood you'd get with other types of trees, so I'll do that with that. I do really like oak wood. I just wish, you know, if you grow like big version of the tree that just grew nice and big and was easy to collect, but unfortunately it is not easy to collect. When it grows big, it grows like this. And this, I mean, alright, well, I'm gonna take that, put that there. We don't need the map because I'm right by my house, so why would I leave that out? Alright. You have to kind of go digging around in the sides here, and I guess it's not that bad. It's just really isn't as easy as getting wood from the other big trees. Though it might be better in getting wood from the acacia trees. Alright. Froze for a second. And you know, you come up here, you think you get them all. You go down and you notice the tree is still alive because you missed one like that. You're like, why is there floating? Now why is this floating? Well, you missed one in the trees. So it is one of the more annoying woods to collect in large quantities. I wanted at least one stack right here. Alright. Well, let's start planting some more of you. I don't think those can grow on their own, now that I'm seeing it again. Alright, Endermen are kind of scary. Anyways, I don't think I can grow on its own. And I guess it makes sense, but man, because it is, what's it called? Like dark oak, but now we need to be able to trade for 4 of them. So I heard llamas. Those aren't trader llamas. I do like llamas though. Really fun like idea that they have with them. They're just not utilized very much. I think it's because sometimes, at least for me, why I don't use them, part of the reason, sometimes llamas get off like their leads. You know, when you're going, you know, you have one llama in the lead, and then you lose some of the llamas because, you know, they get too far away from the llama with the lead. But I do want to capture them if I can. I have 1 lead in here. Nice. I hope you didn't despawn. The llamas despawned, except that baby llama. I guess you'll have to do. Come here. Let's go, llama. I'm gonna tie this llama to a tree, and we'll tie this llama to a tree. I mean, to a post, and we'll hope he attracts some other llamas over, and they just start hanging out here. So I think. Okay, I lost the lead. Get back here. I think only the llama with the lead would stay spawned in. I might clear out this house eventually, move to there, and then, you know, maybe this entire area can just be for animals and stuff, so maybe I'll turn this into like a full llama pen. Hopefully, just hopefully, they never spit on each other. There you are. Alright. Go, 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 go. Come here. What do llamas like? Do you like bread? No. They might like hay bales or something. Anyways, that's fine. We need to get some trees, some wood. Alright, that should all be done. See, that one we actually did get all of them. Yeah, all of the branches cut down. So it's not floating in the air, which is nice. But it is so easy to miss one with the oak trees. Maybe not, I guess, if you're an oak tree expert. I don't classify myself as an oak tree expert, though. A Minecraft oak tree expert, actually. Real oak trees would fall down if you chop this block off. This one just floats in the air. And I do like that about Minecraft. I mean, there's a nice little forest over here. Last time I was over here was almost nighttime, and this time the sun is also setting. It's not set yet, but it is setting. So, we're probably not going to go back to this forest again then. And sometimes the oak trees, you think they're going to be a big one, They fake you out like that. And they make it simple, I guess. I'll go over there tomorrow to chop down all their trees. While hopefully my trees grow in the meantime. It's weird how, if there are people here, there have been no messages. Now, I don't know if that's not working or what. We shall see. Yeah, I don't know if it's working. See, now the number's going down, and I paused it. I don't know. I don't know how this is working. Let's just double check real quick that the audio is working. So yeah, the audio is definitely working, so I mean, there's at least myself in the live stream, so there's that. But if there were 38 people watching, you'd think there'd be at least one message. So, I did not sleep. So I highly doubt there are 30 people watching, but still. Hello to anyone who is watching. There could even be people in the future who watch, but don't know why they'd go this far into the stream. Unless they really like the stories I was telling. I liked hearing about my old Minecraft world. I did show it off a few times, not very many, but a few. Everything with it is basically dead. Just kind of sad. Update. Kind of killed it. I might go over here and hopefully we're going to collect some more. Now at this point, since we're going this far out, I think I do want to check the map. We're getting close to the edge. This forest is right on the edge, at least the start of it is, and I could very easily go off the map here. If I keep going straight, this is off the map now, I think. Not quite. Not quite. Well, there's some pumpkins. Do I have pumpkins? I'm pretty sure I do have pumpkins. If not, we'll grab them. If we do have them, I guess we have some more now. Alright. You know, maybe the city should expand out this way. Maybe not. We could make this a giant wildlife preserve or something. You know, something we're not supposed to touch. But You know, I think we're going to be touching it actually, and we're going to be cutting down these trees. We'll plant them back, of course, but I wonder how long that zombie has been spawned in for. You know, since he has seeds and stuff, I don't think they can technically die if they're holding an item. Like, well, I mean, they can't technically despawn, die, is what I mean. I missed. Ah, I fell. I mean, these look alright, I guess. Is there a way to stack them, though? Oh, kind of. You can add multiple of them to one block, which is, I guess, a neat little feature. I don't know why that went there. Did I do that? I might have done that without thinking about it too much. Alright, well, I think we got all the blocks in this tree. We don't need as many trees, I think, as we do need. I mean, eventually we'll need oak wood in a large quantity, but not just because of the fact that we get 4 for every one. I just don't think we need as much of it. Even in terms of like planks, we don't need as many as we need of the stone that we turn in, the cobblestone that we turn into walls and, you know, use as walls and everything. So I don't know what's a good amount to stop at, but maybe once all the stacks that I already put out, maybe that would be a good point to stop at for the mining of the trees. You know, because we're mining a lot less the trees, I am not running through 5 axes. I think I've run through 2 though. Or, you know, maybe we just go to the end of the next axe. Or this axe. We could go to the end of this axe. Right, we can get 3 stacks. There we go. We can get 4 stacks, I mean. Is that sheep trying to attack? Meant wolf. Was that wolf trying to attack sheep? And we got our answer. There was some wool on the ground. I think today is actually Columbus Day. Pretty cool, but we haven't done too much exploring or anything, so. Just kind of chopping down trees. Dang, doesn't that look cool from a distance? Well, yeah, that looks cool from a distance. Very nice. .46 is what we're at. Hopefully they drop some more saplings soon. And the cool thing about this is that right there will be my home. And there'll be a second tower, which you can already kind of see from the distance. You know, it's being okay. It's being worked on. Construction on the second tower has started. Now, things aren't finished there. Far from it. Pretty much none of the castle is really finished. But, you know, if we're thinking of a castle, we want some nice gardens and stuff like that. So, more of this type of stuff, I guess we could pick up the cooler. And the better it would be for, you know, the castle. Not necessarily the walls. The walls are pretty cool already, but the garden that is within the walls. Maybe some plants inside the castle. Who knows? There's lots of possibilities with something like that. We'll expand the forest out here a little bit. Got another one of these. We'll plant that there. I only collected 3. I thought I collected more. Maybe it's just because they're such big flowers, you know. I thought I collected more than I actually did. I don't know why. The light looks so weird. I don't really want to place torches on the outside like that. But I also don't want mobs spawning around it, so I don't know. I think there's solutions to that. I think that will be it though for today. Collected a ton of resources. Is it enough to finish the castle? I don't know, but I'm thinking. We're this close to that, you know. I think we could finish the castle if we fill up this double stack. Maybe not the full thing, but we'll get pretty close to finishing it if we do the full stack. Full 2 chests full. So, what we're going to do, I do have a nature box right outside my house, so I can deposit the flowers there. Yeah, we'll throw that and that in there. Is that you? I'm going to mine. The number keeps going up and down. So I don't know if people are actually here or not. Or if it's just some weird type of bug. Because I have seen the bug before happen. I don't know why it's doing it, but it has happened before. But yes, if I think there were 40 people watching, I would think there'd be at least some comments, and maybe someone would subscribe. I'm not sure. But usually there'd be comments at the least. So it is kind of strange to see that. Because I'm pretty sure there's not, but there could be some people. Again, hello to the people in the chat who aren't talking or anything. Maybe they find my voice and my talking interesting. My mic is kind of bad though, so at times there's some, I don't know, staticky, maybe weird sounds that you'll hear. Breathe into the mic. But anyways, I think after today, we get this double chest full, hopefully. We have a good amount of wood started on, what do I got? Like 3.5 stacks. So we get 3.5 stacks of wood. Multiply that by 4. So then we have, 14 stacks of planks. And planks, at least right now, not for the castle, like the actual castle bar, but for the walls of the castle. We'll have 14 stacks of planks. That should be enough, I think, to complete what we're doing. Will it be enough? I think we only need like 2.5, maybe 3 stacks on each side. So it should be enough to cover what we're doing there. And I don't know if it'll be enough cobblestone, but it should be pretty close. I'm going to get to a lot of building done in the next part. Now, when will the next part be, is the question, because I am very inconsistent, unfortunately, on my uploads. There are a lot of things, that get done, do. It does sometimes make it harder to find a way to schedule it in. Now, I could schedule it in a lot of days, just I don't get around to it sometimes, so I don't know. I did have a few more viewers and stuff when everything was consistent, but it's hard to be consistent, hard to stay consistent, especially when we got other things going on. Yeah, I gotta try to be a little more consistent, I think. I have to try, though. That's there's gonna be a period where I'm not gonna be posting at all, and that'll be a long period, so how do you stay consistent when that happens? Well, I don't know that you do, honestly. still do like a lot of strategy games to play. I will get back to playing those. I like Minecraft. It is probably my favorite game of all time, but I do love strategy games too. So I will be posting more of those sometime. I was gonna say that was it, but you know, yeah, how close we were to the double chest. It's like, alright, we can finish this out. We can finish this up. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we got a lot of stacks to get. It'll probably be another 5 minutes at least. 10 minutes. It does get a bit tough, yeah, between work and some other things. But I do like making videos every now and then. I mean, if it was for the views and stuff, you know, I would definitely, you know, post more popular categories, I guess. Not that Minecraft isn't popular. Minecraft is probably the most popular video I do. I mean, most popular game, like, I actually play. But, World Conqueror 4 and World Conqueror 3 especially, you know, those games are not really too relevant. Now, Age of History 2, Age of History 3, I mean, I think those are a little bit more popular and a little bit more relevant, but even those, it's just kind of in a, you know, niche little category. You know, maybe wouldn't play Rome Total War on the phone too, so mobile Rome Total War. Which is a game that has been out for how many years now? I think it's been around for what, 15? No, Minecraft's 15. Total War's been out like 25 years, I think. Which is funny. You know, I just started playing it, so I like it. It's a fun little strategy game. Like, I can actually control kind of the battles a little bit. It is kind of funny when there is a game you can look up. I am actually the top result if you look up Modern Age President Simulator. Maybe not for everyone in every region, obviously, but I've had other people do it just around me. I am literally the first result that pops up, which is funny, you know. So I'm the top result when that pops up. And actually, that's, you know, that short has been leading my views probably like of the last 10 weeks, probably at least 6 of those weeks. It's a little thing I found that you could do, so you can actually buy income for the end of the game. Not with real money, though that is, I think, an option too that you could do. But using the currency in the game. And, yeah, that's been a really popular video. Really popular short. Anyways, I'm the top result there. So you can look up a whole game that I play, and yes, I am the top person there, which I just find funny. But, you know, I have 300 subscribers, so a lot of the games I play, I'm saying, are not that popular. They are fun games. They're just not that popular, at least on YouTube, I should say. Because they're somewhat popular games. You know, they have a few million downloads, some of them. I think World Conqueror has like 10 million, 50 million even. Which, that's a lot. Is a lot. But World Conqueror 3 has also been out for like 10 years, and I still play it every now and then. So, it does make for a really fun game. You know, fun little series to make. Maybe, I don't know, would voiceovers be better for that? I'm not sure. You know, because then we could speed up the gameplay a little bit, make all the parts a little bit, you know, well, in total at least, take a lot less time to watch. Could do something like that. Getting close. Get about 4 row. Let's see, it says 40 here. It does say 40 here. That is so weird. You know, a little bizarre. I mean, I guess I'll see the actual stats after, you know, the live stream's over and everything. I'll look at that because I am curious to see how many people were on. I would imagine there's probably a few people maybe hopped in and out, but were there actually 40 people this entire time? I would be very shocked if that was the case. I'm guessing the Enderman that jump scared me earlier probably fell into like the lava or something and was like, alright, let's just teleport up here. And, you know, he decided to scare me. And that's probably why he was low health. Oh, gosh. There's another one. But, you know. Wait, stay in that corner. Or don't. I am at almost half health. Endermen are pretty strong. They can definitely get the best of you, especially out in the open field and stuff like that. Even kind of late game, they get a little bit of that. They're one of the few mobs that can really get the jump on you. Creepers, usually really weak, but you know, they do have that sneak factor, and if they sneak up on you, they can kill you. One hit a lot of times. Now, you can have blast protection, but I never put blast protection on my armor. I'm sure that would prevent them from one-hitting you. Ah! Jeez, I didn't think you'd get there that fast. Maybe a little slower than that. I'll take the XP, but I don't want the slime balls right now. Actually, I already have them in my inventory. Where did he come from is my question. Did he get this high up from down there, or did he just spawn up here? Alright, well. Is that good enough? I guess we'll go see. This is a lot of mining we've done. A lot of mining is done here. If you're in chat, I guess you were here with me while I was mining. Thanks for watching. Anyways, let's get up here. Let's get out of here. I think that will be enough. If not, I'll hop back in for a little bit. Unless we're like really far off, which we shouldn't be, because we're pretty close as is. Ah, I couldn't jump over. Oh well. Let's go all the way around. Maybe I need a back gate, huh? We have a front gate, why not a back gate? Or we'll have like a secret entrance. Alright. Okay. I'll throw that in there. Might be close. This might be really close, actually, it looks like. Nope. Alright, we're 2 stacks away. Just go over here. I need 2 stacks. I will use the diamond pickaxe for this. We'll use diamond pickaxe. We'll get my 2 chests. Double chest full of cobblestone. We get a full double chest full of cobblestone. It's such a cool area too, though. That's okay. I think this would really be cool, I think. Maybe, you know, I have a city here, and this is like a little river or something that separates part of the city. How many blocks of cobblestone is a double chest full of cobblestone? I don't know how many, what's it called, rows the chest has. 758, 60, 61, 62, 63. Alright, 2 stacks. Well, now it's time to get out of here. Fill up the double chest. And make my way off of this game. And to do something else. Alright, that's it. 2 chests full of cobblestone, so a double chest full of cobblestone. And I'll get started on building the rest of this. Alright, thanks for watching. And see ya.